you started acting like when you were 8 or something like that, right?
I don't, yeah.
Is that when you started being interested in it? Do you remember when you started thinking like, hey, I want to be an actor, and when you were drawn to it?
Yeah, I mean, there's different phases of it. I was very drawn to it as a kid, for no higher, not for any other reason that I literally had a babysitter, was in like a school play, and I saw it. It seemed really fun. I liked stories. I liked writing stories and stuff like that. So I did it. As I got older, I really fell in love with movies and the idea of writing movies and making movies and all these things. And but I wasn't really. It's funny. I don't think at that age I really thought, oh, I want to be a professional actor. I just liked doing it. I don't think I really thought seriously about whether I was gonna get into that in a professional way until I was out of school, in my 20s probably.
Do you think differently about acting now? The older you get, do you pick movies differently? You're not in that many movies, so you must do other things too.
Yeah, I do a lot of other things. I think I feel lucky to have it. I still really enjoy it. Absolutely, I don't take it. In no way has it faded for me, especially when something comes along and you say, you know, Helen Mirren and Kate Winslet, and it's like, well, yes, that will be a very elevated and fun experience. Yeah, I love it, and I think I don't know. I think it has its place. I kind of sometimes look at what's going on in the world, and I get concerned a little bit with the degree to which we elevate acting and entertainment and all this kind of stuff to more than the value of the thing itself, as opposed to like the people. To me, the value's in the thing itself that gets made and the storytelling. I do believe in storytelling and stuff like that. I don't necessarily think that actors should be treated as, you know, I think there's a lot of people who are more heroic than people who dress up and pretend to be other people.
So do you like the movie star part of it? Do you more? I feel like you're the one who checks in, you check in and then you check out again of the whole.
Yeah, I think it's. I have no problem like sort of talking about like the stories. I think that picking apart, looking at the films themselves and the value of films and why we make them and what do we take out of them. That's part of the actual kind of, you know, that's the good the thing does. It gets us all to talk about things and gets us to think about ourselves, and you know, I think that's healthy. I think like worrying about the details of the people who make the things is pointless.
So did you ever come out of a movie, a part that had such a big effect on you that it was kind of hard to snap out of it afterwards? Like American History X, for example.
No, it's funny. I don't. To me, it's an artifice. I love engaging in the artifice. I like wearing the artifice, but I don't. I can't explain it. It's not a job, but it's like it feels when you're doing it like an art form to me, not an experience of real life.
So you don't feel it in your.
I like to engage with it, but I do. It is, and sometimes it's helpful while doing it to sort of stay in it to keep focus. If there's a vernacular or a physical dimension of it that you just don't want to fall out of, but I've always felt. I think Laurence Olivier was right that it's a cloak, and you take it off and hang it up at the end.
Grief is such a difficult thing to talk about. Grief and death. Why do you think that is? Or
I don't know. That's a really good question. I think one wants to think it wouldn't be taboo. I think it's more. It may be just the natural animal defensiveness in us that wants to push away the things that are incomprehensible in a way, or it's like an avoidance tactic. You know, we practice like an avoidance tactic so that we're not in puddles of anxiety all the time. You know, to be honest, it's what drew me to it. I thought there's actually a lot of wisdom in this. There's a lot of wisdom about accepting pain and loss as part of the experience of life, and those are things worth meditating on, actually. So I think it's what makes us so fearful about having more open, regular conversation about it. I don't know.
But death is such a tricky thing, because if you think about it too much, you get depressed. Or not? Do you think about it?
I get more depressed thinking about wasting time, you know, I get a little more anxious about time being wasted than I do about whether, you know, I think the inevitability of everybody dying.
Are you like a deep thinker? I feel like you are a deep thinker.
I don't know. I couldn't measure the depth of my thinking.
It's a good ending.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Great meeting you again.
Too.
Hi there, thanks for watching my interview. I hope you liked it, and if you did, there might be some other interviews you like on my channel. So please subscribe by clicking this button down here, and hopefully I'll see you again. Thanks again for watching. Bye.